Hey, it's Roger Moore, Moore's VW Garage. Wanted to do a video tour of a project that I've been doing. I talked about it in my last video. Okay, so last year I bought a Meyers Manx. It's a 1968. It was built in June. It's got a tag. It's a Manx 1 original car, and I've been slowly but surely restoring it, and I got the chassis done, and I'm about to have the body back from the paint shop. So before I marry the body and the pan together, wanted to go over the chassis. And another buddy of mine said, well, you know, you need to document it. Okay, got it. Also, I got to get it registered as a assembled vehicle dune buggy, so this will be video evidence of how the chassis was built and what parts were used. And another buddy of mine said, well, if I ever got rid of it, you know, I need to document all the different parts on there, because if someone ever tries to repair it, they need to know what to order. And it made sense, so here we go. So I'm on my kind of the work side of my garage, and we'll turn it over and spin this camera around and take a look at it. Now, also did it in landscape view today, so hopefully you guys can have a good view of this. Okay, so what we have here is a 14.5-inch shortened 1961 bug chassis. That I bought was up toward Dallas. That's where I bought it from. And had been shortened already. Looked like it had been shortened pretty good. Old school way. It's got some reinforcement. It's cut right here, and then some reinforcement items here. And then also the floor pan was, you know, that's where it's been seamed together. And then you can see a diagonal cut here. So they did it the old school way, which is what I wanted. And anyways, we'll go over some of the items that are on this chassis, and that way you can understand what we're working with here. All right, so like I said, the chassis serial number decodes to be a 1968 chassis, or 1961 chassis, that is. It's 3963109, which decodes to be a 1961. Now, what I did was, when this chassis was stripped bare, I cleaned it up real good, wire wheeled, and had pretty fresh floor pans in it. And then I used what they call Raptor liner. It's got like a polyester coating. It's a real hard sheen. Doesn't come up. It's not, you know, it's not sticky or nothing, but it's like polyester. You can buy that off Amazon. It was 4 bottles, spray gun, hardener. You mix it together and shake the bottle for 2 minutes and hook your air line onto it and start spraying. And it turned out really good. This is a piece of German square weave carpet that I had left over from a project, and it's all seamed and everything. And then I bought some from cocomats.com, these German square weave carpet floor mats, and it's about the best match I could for that gray, and that's what I'm going to use for interior carpet. Don't have any seats mounted because I don't have the body yet, and want to put the seats in there once I get the body mounted on the car. So we'll just go over the details of the chassis. Okay, so up front, this beam, based on the type of steering box that's on here and type of shanked bolts go into a smaller threaded body and the size of this bolt. Based on that, this is a 50s era link pin beam. So I would say like 58. The transmission. This transmission came out of a Mexican bug. It's got a late model throwout bearing. It's got a 388 ring and pinion. It's got a super diff. And it was restored by Udo Johnson Racing over in Temple, Texas. And it's using 67 long axles and 67 style drum brakes in the back. Got a bus style bump stop. It's got Bilstein shocks, all four corners. The engine, which is my previous video, is the 1967 1600 now, 85.5 millimeter pistons, using that Holley bug spray and California ignition, and the Meyers Manx Sidewinder exhaust. Pretty special little engine. It's got a lot of special bits, using a 73 Volkswagen Thing fan shroud with the doghouse cooler. Of course, that's the Hayes Stinger ignition box. Solid state regulator on the back. Got a Wasp starter on it. That's the pinion. Doesn't have that pinion drive. It's doesn't have that center mount. Short and clutch cable. I ran a new fuel line, Bowden tube, bin, and a Bowden tube for the fuel line. Let's see, I'm using that stock Volkswagen rubber insert for the throttle tube. All the wires are all nicely routed and harnessed. Grounding points. Got a nice ground coming from the chassis over here, and I'm running it up to this rubber isolated voltage regulator, and it's common ground here. It's coming here, and then this is going off to the generator. And my main hot wire, of course, that's an 8-gauge wire going over to the starter, and then I'll run a wire to the battery positive, and then there'll be another wire coming in from the main harness when I get the body on. That will come here and attach to the other side of the regulator. All new brake lines, and I just used the rubber soft lines. I like the way those feel on drum brakes. Stainless steel brake lines. New e-brake. Of course, the e-brake's got shortened cables, and e-brake is 3 notches up, and the car's locked. I'm using a shortened Impy Hurst style shifter. That's not really originally what was on this car, but I like the way it feels, and it's a little bit shorter because I'll be sitting down a little bit further in this buggy, so I didn't opt for the standard bug size shifter. I believe this one is a 12.5 inch. Of course, the pan, I've already got the rubber seal, body seal on it, going over the Napoleon's hat. I went ahead and fitted the Manx style front bumpers. Those have been powder coated gloss black. I'll probably end up taking it off here in a little bit. These are the body supports. They go on top of the beam, and they go up underneath the rubber blocks, get screwed down onto the beam, and that supports the fuel tank when the fuel tank's here, and the body. single circuit master cylinder. I'm told that it's based on the packaging was a 21 millimeter, I believe it was. New brake light switch, using OEM style. Actually, it's original Volkswagen branded hard. It's a really stiff rubber, what I call the coupler rag joint. You got new new tie rods, tie rod ends, steering dampener, everything new. I rebuilt the pedal assembly. It's the and painted the arms. It's all adjusted perfectly, and got good pressure on the brakes. Additionally, I had the moon pedal that was originally in the Manx when I bought it. I had it blasted and coated, and its alignment and everything. It's not using a roller wheel like some moon pedals are. It's using a stock Volkswagen style arm that's moving. It's attached to the throttle cable there, and this rod linkage. There's a spring at the bottom of it, and that helps bring it back up. Of course, the spring on the carburetor as well, but works good. And the all-important tab to keep the pin inside where the master cylinder rod is. Of course, like I said, that's adjusted just perfectly. Clutch is adjusted as well. Shifter and short and shift rod, that's all been adjusted well. It's got spring loaded, so I like that. It's factory. And moving on to the wheels, I went with a General Grabber. So it's got General Grabber wheels, and I believe the fronts are 205 75s, and the back are 265 70s. And these rims are the SS 396 wheels from a Chevy, about 1969-70 era, using a Krager wheel adapter that's been powder coated, polished aluminum, and it's got new lug nuts. I got some center caps that I got a design for, either a Manx logo or my shop logo, but it's looking pretty good with the wheel and tire setup. It's very close to what it was when I first got this dune buggy. When I get it all built, I'll do the contrast and comparison. Additionally, on the back of the motor, I remember you probably, if you watched my other video, heard me talking about these real heavy duty push rod tube deflectors that were like really heavy steel. So I had bought this Meyers Manx back bumper, and I was wondering how I was going to mount it, and I saw folks mounting it to a bottom skid plate and all kinds of other things. So I came up with a design with some L brackets and some small spacers, and so I mounted this to this heavy push rod tube plates, and it's on there really good, really sturdy. So it just keeps people away from the exhaust. It's just an added little, you know, it's not really a good bumper. It's just there for show, but and if I do hit anything, it's probably going to mess up this push rod. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about using that, but hopefully I don't run into anything. If I do run anything, it's going to hurt the exhaust and everything else. So it'll be more than just bending up the deflector shields at the bottom. But yeah, I wanted to show you what we got here. And I got a little Meyers Manx logo on the fan shroud already. Old school impy air cleaner, the green foam filter. But yeah, she's ready to receive the body, which is done. I'm just waiting for one more thing to be painted, which is the hood. You see it also has a wide 5 disc brake kit on it. Really turned out really good. I'll probably end up taking this off because that won't be used. The ground's here. The battery will sit up here inside the body of the car. So this is not going to be used, so I'll probably cut that off of the wheel. Yeah, real happy the way this turned out. It's nice and clean. You can eat off it. Like I said, it's looks like this top and bottom. It's a really, rust-free pan. I also I used a cavity wand, and I put some anti-corrosion preventive product inside the cavity from Eastwood. And it's self-sealing. It's supposed to be dissipates water, but it's something I use with this one long wand that I put into the tunnel. It's got a new shift rod bushing. It's got a Ross Wolf shift coupler, so it's a solid shift coupler. It's got the Bilstein Phoebe, Volkswagen branded axle boots. I put a I forget where I get this from, but it's a insert for doghouse cooler cars. Of course, this engine not being a doghouse cooler engine, I had to open up the bolt holes to hold the adapter, and then use the transition seals from the 8 to 10 millimeter holes. But fuel lines routed real nice and neat, isolated here. Still on the fence with this. It's really just for show, and all it needs to really be is just an oil pressure switch. I'm not running an oil pressure gauge or anything, so I'm really just trying to show off the empty brass 3-way, which doesn't really need to be there. It's just kind of a neat to see thing. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a great little buggy. I can't wait to get the red. It's a candy apple red metallic with candy apple red with the metal flake in it, just like a Ranger bass boat. The Manx was originally a brilliant red metal flake, so we tried to go back to the original color as best we could. At least my painter's he's left one of the where the data plate goes. That's the original gel coat, and so we'll have that gel coat sitting there, and you'll be able to see how close it is. And that's how they color matched it. And it's House of Colors paint. And that's a process to do that that real deep metal flake effect. He's put like, I don't know, 7 coats of paint on that thing already. Anyways, I'm just waiting on the body, And I got my Meyers Manx hat on, and I'm just waiting to wire up. I got my dash built. I got my roll bar powder coated. I have my window frame cleaned up. I'm going to leave it original. I'm not doing a whole lot of work to it. And I got brand new Meyers Manx seats for it. So yeah, once I get the wiring done, once I get the body on there, get the wiring done. Oh, I got a chrome housing for the license plate coming in. License plate housing 64. I bought it from Meyers Manx. And then I have chrome taillight housings, the 62, 67 taillight housings. I got some nice original Hella lenses. The front turn signals are from 64, and they're amber lensed Hella, so they're all original German parts. I've been trying to keep China out of here. Obviously, the shifter is probably made in China or Taiwan, and the brakes are probably another, imported item. But other than that, and the e-brake, maybe e-brake right here, yeah. So a couple things that are Chinese, but for the most part, made in America, made in Germany is what's on this little retro restoration. And hopefully it turns out real good, and hopefully you enjoy seeing the next couple of videos as I put it together and wire it up and take it out for a test ride. Okay, so take care and have a good night.